Hello, everybody. Scoony 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 10 and 11 Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the 13 and 8 Los Angeles Dodgers. This is game 2 of a 2-game series between the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Dodgers taking the first game. Diamondbacks looking to split the series. Will they be able to do it, or will the Dodgers sweep? We'll find out in 9 innings time. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Leading off the center fielder, Crispy Young. Batting second, the shortstop, Stephen Drew. Batting third, the second baseman, Chris Buke. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Connor Jackson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Mark Reynolds. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Justin Upton. Batting seventh, the catcher, Miguel Montero. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Jeff Salazar, and batting ninth, the pitcher, Edgar Gonzalez. On the mound for the Dodgers, it is Chad Billingsley, who will come into the game with a 2.25 ERA. 1 win, 1 loss. He's pitched 20 innings, allowed 14 hits, 28 strikeouts, and 7 walks. We're here at historic Dodgers Stadium, which will give a +1 to strikeouts, a -2 to walks, and nothing to home runs. And with that, as Crispy Young will make his way over to the batter's box, the home plate umpire dusts off home plate, and we're ready for the first pitch. And pitch 3-6, column 3, row 6. From Chad, that is a strikeout plus. Now, on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to Chris's strikeout range, plus the one from the Dodger Stadium, so we're adding 11 to that range. That is a 24. That is a 13. Struck him out. Stephen Drew batting a 280. As Drew will make his way over to the batter's box now, let's take a look at the starting defense for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ether will be out there in left field. Jones will be in center. Kemp at right. Going around the horn, we've got Garcia Pia on third. Foucault playing short. Kent will be on second. Lonely at first. Martin behind the plate, and Billingsley will be on the mound. Stephen Drew batting a 280. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Now, that is a split result. So, how do we determine on what side of the split we're going to look at? We'll take a look at the batter card. Stephen Drew being a left-handed batter, so on the pitcher card, we'll look to the left-handed side of the slash. And in this case, that is going to be a walk. Range is going to be a 1 to 5. The 15 is too high. Remember, we -2 from that range. 2-6, column 2, row 6. Same thing now. So we got a split on the batter card. And we'll look to see if the pitcher is right or left-handed. Chad Billingsley is a right-handed pitcher, so on the batter card, we're going to look to the right-handed side of that slash, and it's a ground ball down the third base line to Garcia Pia. He'll make the catch, throw it over to Lonely, and that'll put it 1-2 away. 2 up, 2 down, Chris Buke batting a 300. 3-3, column 3, row 3, strikeout plus on a 1 to 22. That is an 11. Struck him out looking. So no runs, no hits, no errors, As the Dodgers retire the Diamondbacks in order, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Leading off the shortstop, Rafael Foucault. Batting second, the center fielder, Andrew Jones. Batting third, the third baseman, Norma Garcia-Pia. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the second baseman, Jeff Kent. Batting fifth, the first baseman, James Loney. Batting sixth, the catcher, Russell Martin. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Andrew Ether. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Matt Kemp. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Chad Billingsley. On the mound for the Diamondbacks, it is Edgar Gonzalez. He'll come into today's game, He'll start today's game with an ERA of a 3.38. 1 win, 2 losses. He's pitched 16 innings, allowed 18 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 6 walks. And with that, Rafael Foucault steps up into the batter's box, takes a few practice swings, signals that he's ready. He's batting a .373, and the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-2. Column 1, row 2, that is a strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 1. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away. Andrew Jones batting a 197. He'll make his way over to the batter's box, and as he does, let's take a look at the starting defense for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Salazar will be out there in left field. Young will be in center, Upton at right. Going around the horn, we've got Reynolds on third, Drew at short, Buick will be at second, Jackson's on first, Montero behind the plate, and Gonzalez is on the mound. And here is the pitch to Jones. And that'd be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. That is a wild pitch. Jones will smack it foul into the stands, so we're going to re-roll the dice. And that is going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6, strikeout on a 1-18. That is an 18. Struck him out. And that'll put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to bring up Norma Garcia-Pia. He's batting a .346. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Wild pitch. Once again, it's a foul ball, nobody on. Garcia-Pia will smack it foul into the dugout this time for 4. Column 4, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-4. The 11 is too high. Garcia-Pia 1-1. Column 1, row 1. Fly ball back there to Young. Young doesn't even have to move. He sees it. Takes a step forward and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So the Diamondbacks retire the Dodgers in order, 3 up, 3 down. After 1, we're tied at 0. We go to the top of the second. Connor Jackson, Mark Reynolds, and Justin Upton due up for the Diamondbacks. Connor Jackson batting a .243, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Now, that is a walk plus result. So on a walk plus, it's the same as a strikeout plus, where we add 10 to that range, and any additions or subtractions from the ballpark, which is a -2, that makes it a 17. That is a 3, and they'll walk Connor Jackson. So with that, Jackson will trot on down to first. Runner on base, we now roll for strategy. That is a 12. Diamondbacks, holding off. Infield's at double play depth. Mark Reynolds, now up to bat. He's batting a .286. And that is going to be a 6-4. Column 6, row 4. That is the @ symbol. Anytime you roll and the result is the @ symbol, you resolve the play going to the ballpark card. In this case, we're going to go to Dodger Stadium. So the play will now be resolved off of the Dodger Stadium card. 6-4, column 6, row 4, double star 2, fly ball back there to Jones. He'll make the catch, and that'll put one away. Strategy roll 16, Diamondbacks standing pat. Infield double play depth. Justin Upton batting at .247, and here is the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5, strikeout on a 1-15. That is a 7. Struck him out. And that'd be 2 away. Miguel Montero now up. He's batting at .222. Strategy rolls an 8, runner on first. Infield at normal depth. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a strikeout on a 1-4. That is an 8. Struck him out. No runs, no hits, no errors, but the Diamondbacks will leave one stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. Jeff Kent, James Longley, and Russell Martin due up for the Dodgers. Kent batting at .262. 1-1, column 1, row 1, wild pitch. It's a foul ball. 5-1, column 5, row 1, strikeout on a 1-6. The 20 is too high. 6-1, column 6, row 1. And that is going to be a fly ball back there to Salazar, who will make the catch and put one away. James Longley batting at .275. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a walk plus on a 1-15. The 12 in range. And that is going to be a walk. So Longley will trot on down to first, and that's going to bring up Russell Martin. Martin batting a .395. Strategy roll is a 10, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. At the ballpark, we're going to go to Dodger Stadium. And that is going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. Ground ball to Buick. And we will check for double play. Drew going to be the pivot. That is a 0. Edgar Gonzalez gives a 0. Ground double play rating is a 3. We take 1d6, roll it against the ground double play rating. And in this case, it is going to be a fielder's choice. So the roll is greater than the runner on first. So he'll get forced out at second. So Drew will make the play at second, and unfortunately Martin will get on by fielder's choice. 2 outs, runner on first, and with 2 outs we add a +1 to the base run rating. Andre Ether batting a .329. Strategy roll is a 19. And that is going to be a 1-2, column 1, row 2. Strikeout on a 1-9. The 14 is too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a double out there into left field. Gonzalez being a right-handed pitcher, so on Ether's card, we are going to look to the left-handed, to the right-handed side of that slash. It's a double, so Martin goes to third. Ether picks up the double, but does Martin pick up the extra bases? Let's take a look. We have a 1. That's going to tell us to look at the 5. We check the second die of the wall of the roll of a 1 chart. So it says here the lead runner advances. If the roll is high, the trailing runner holds. Base run rating is a 3. That is a 5. Ether will hold. Martin gets the wave around. He'll score standing up. And it puts the Dodgers on the board. It's an RBI double by Andre Ether. Matt Kemp batting a .294. Strategy roll 15, and here is the pitch. 2 outs, runner on second, 2-4, column 2, row 4, double question mark, and that is going to be a single on a 1-19. That is a 7. So that is going to be a single. Ether goes to third. He will go from second to home on a 1-6. That is a 3. He's waved around. And it's an RBI single by Kemp. The Dodgers now have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Strategy roll is a 6. It's a steal attempt here for Kemp. Stolen base rating, Kemp, -1. It's going to be a +1. It's going to be a 16 or less. They are going to send him. And that is a 1. Montero's error range is a 1 to 14. That is a 10. Kemp goes to second. We'll check for the error. It is a throwing error. Throws it wide, and Kemp goes to third. So the Dodgers on an E2. Billingsley, here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's a wild pitch. On a 1-15, it's a wild pitch. On a 16-17, it's a passed ball. It's a 2. It's a wild pitch. Kemp will come home. He'll score. It's 3-0 Dodgers. Billingsley, 1-6, column 1, row 6. Ground ball down the first baseline to Jackson. He'll make the catch. There. And that will retire the side. Three runs, 2 hits, no error, and 1 error, and none left on. After 2, Dodgers 3, Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the third. Jeff Salazar, Edgar Gonzalez, and Crispy Young due up for the Diamondbacks. Salazar batting a 200, and here is the pitch. That'll be a 6-2, column 6, row 2, walk plus. On a 1-23, that is a 3, and that is going to be good for a walk. So runner on first. Strategy roll is a 6. Diamondbacks holding off. Infield is a double play depth. Edgar Gonzalez now up, and here is the pitch. Gonzalez 3-6, column 3, row 6, strikeout plus on a 1-27. That is a 4. Struck him out. So 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. Infield still at double play depth. Strategy roll is a 5. Diamondbacks standing pat. Chris Young, 0 for 1, struck out his last time up, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a blank. Young, 4-5, column 4, row 5. Double star 6. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Kemp. Kemp makes the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Two away with one on. And that is going to bring up Steven Drew. Strategy roll 17. Drew betting a 276. And here is the pitch. 4-2. Column 4, row 2. Possible error. Now, on a possible error check, remember that is the number in the brackets that we will be checking. Whose error range? 1-4. Column 1, row 4. Fly ball back there to Ether. His error range is on a 1 to 9. It's a 15. No error there. Ether will make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And one left on for the Diamondbacks. We go to the bottom of the third. Rafael Foucault, Andrew Jones, and Norma Garcia-Pia due up for the Dodgers. Top of the order for the Dodgers, Rafael Foucault, 0 for 1, struck out his last time up, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. Foucault being a switch hitter, he's batting left today, so that is going to be a walk, plus on a 1 to 24, that is a 1, and Rafael Foucault will get walked this time at the plate. So runner on first, strategy roll is a 15. Andrew Jones, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 15. And here is the pitch. Jones, 1-4. Column 1, row 4. Strikeout on a 1 to 18. That is a 3. Struck him out. And that'll put one away. Garcia-Pia, 0 for 1. Strategy roll 18, and here is the pitch. Infield, by the way, still is a double play, depth 3-1. Column 3, row 1. Home run on a 1 to 14. That is an 8. And that, excuse me there. It's a 2-run home run by Garcia-Pia. Hits it down the left field side, Upton goes back chasing it, and that ball is out of here. Excuse me there. 2-run home run by Norma Garcia-Pia. Dodgers are up 5-0. It's his third home run of the replay. And with that, Gonzalez has pull rating is a 0. They are still going to let him stay out there. Jeff Kent, 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. We're going to re-roll the dice. And that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. It's a walk on a 1 to 4. The 3 in range. And that is going to be a walk for Kent. James Loney, who walked his last time up. Strategy roll is a 6, infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. It's a wild pitch. And a 1 to 15 wild pitch, 16 to 17. It's a pass ball. It's a 6. It's a wild pitch. That's a second wild pitch of the game. And with that, Kent will move over to second. Lonely, 3-2, column 3, row 2. Smacks a single out there in the center field. Kent will go to third as he's waved around. That is a 4. That is a 2. Excuse me there. And with that, the Dodgers now have a 6-0 lead. Russell Martin, 0 for 1 with a run scored. Strategy roll is an 8. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6. Martin being a right-handed batter, so on the pitcher card, we're going to look to the right-handed side of the slash. It's a single up the middle. Longley will go to second. Martin on first. Longley gets the hold side. They'll hold the runners at first and second. One out, runners on first and second. Andre Ether is up. He's 1 for 1 with a double, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch, 5-4. Column 5, row 4. That is a walk. On a 1 to 10, the 17 is too high. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Fly ball back there to Salazar. He'll make the catch. Out number 2, Longley will hold. On an F7, we subtract 3 from the base run rating. It makes it a 0. That is a 4. He'll hold. Matt Kemp, 1 for 1 with a run and an RBI. Strategy rolls a 20. Anytime a 20 comes up, it is a pickoff attempt. Gonzalez doesn't pick anyone off. We'll still show that number off. That is a 19. I'll do the prove out for that. 2-4, column 2, row 4, double question mark, single on a 1 to 19. That is an 8. And that is going to load the base. That's going to put him on. Kemp will get on with a base hit. Longley goes to third. Does he get around to home? He'll go from second to home on a 1 through 6. That is a 3. He'll score. It's 7-0. Martin on second. He'll go from first to third on a 4 through 6. That is a 4. He'll advance to third. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. It's 7-0 Dodgers. Chad Billingsley, 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 7, and here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3, possible error on a throw. 2-4, column 2, row 4, ground ball to Drew. Error range for Drew is on a 1 to 5. That is a 12. No error there. And that will retire the side. 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors, and the Dodgers will leave 2 stranded. After 3, it's Dodgers 7, Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. Chris Buke, Connor Jackson, Mark Reynolds due up for the Diamondbacks. Chris Buke, 0 for 1, struck out his last time up, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6, strikeout plus. On a 1 to 22, that is a 1. Struck him out. Connor Jackson walked his last time up, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1, strikeout on a 1 to 6, 17 too high. 1-5, column 1, row 5, ground ball down the third baseline to Garcia Pia. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, Mark Reynolds 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Reynolds 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a blank. Now we consider that a blank right now because Billingsley has not faced his allotted number of batters. 3-4. Column 3, row 4. Fly ball back there to Ether. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom. 3 up, 3 down. As the Dodgers retire the Diamondbacks in order. Easy to score there, nothing across the board. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Rafael Foucault, Andrew Jones, and Norma Garcia-Pia due up for the Dodgers. And with that, Gonzalez is done. Even though he can face one more batter, the Diamondbacks go into the bullpen, and they are going to bring in Yosimiro Parrott. That is his card now. He's also a starter, but he's also a long reliever. He can face 10 batters. So Parrott's going to now come up on the mound. He's going to get warmed up. His ERA comes into the game with a 3.40 ERA, 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 5 1/3 of an inning, allowed 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Edgar Gonzalez, he went 3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, 2 wild pitches, and ERA of a 6.16. Top of the order for the Dodgers once again, Rafael Foucault, Andrew Jones, and Norma Garcia-Pia. Yosimiro Parrott also has a special K rating. We'll talk about the special K when it comes up. Foucault right now 0 for 1 with a walk, a strikeout, and a run. 2-6. Column 2, row 6. He's a switch hitter, so he's batting left. That is, we're going to look to the right, left-handed side of the slash. That's going to be a walk on a 1-14. That is a 7, and that is going to be good for a walk. So a walk, and that's going to bring up Andrew Jones. Strategy rolls are turned off, and the reason and how they are turned off is this. We take the difference in the score. In this case, it's a 7-run game. We take the 7, add it to the inning we are in. We are in the 4th inning, so 7 plus 4 is 11. If the number you get is higher than 10 when you add the difference of the score to the inning, if it's higher than 10, strategy rolls are turned off. Andrew Jones, 2 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2. Double star off of the pitcher card. Now, double star off the pitcher card. In the physical game, in the tabletop cards and dice game, you roll 1d6 to determine what the auto out is. Here in the PC game, it will randomly choose it. And that is going to be a fly ball back there to Salazar. Excuse me there. Salazar makes the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Norma Garcia-Pia, 1 for 2 today with a home run, a run, and 2 RBIs on the day. Here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3, strikeout on a 1-4. The 12 is too high. Special K rating on a 1-4. The 10 is too high, 1-3. Column 1, row 3, and that is going to be a fly ball back there to Upton. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Jeff Kent, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run, and here is the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3, strikeout plus on a 1-16. That is a 13. Struck him out looking. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and the Dodgers will leave 1 stranded After 4, it's Dodgers 7, Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. It's going to be Justin Upton, Miguel Montero, and Jeff Salazar due up for the Diamondbacks. Upton 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3, strikeout on a 1-15. That is a 7. Struck him out. And that'll put one away. Miguel Montero 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6, strikeout plus on a 1-24. That is a 19. Struck him out looking. That was a 1-2-3. Have a seat, strikeout there. 2 up, 2 down, and Jeff Salazar walked his last time up. And here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3, strikeout on a 1-15. The 9 in range, struck him out. So the Dodgers retired the Diamondbacks in order. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. James Loney, Russell Martin, and Andre Ether 2 up for the Dodgers. James Loney, 1 for 1 with a walk, a run, and an RBI. Parrott can face 6 more batters before he's considered tired. So he's going back out on the mound. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a walk plus on a 1-15, the 19, too high. That is a 4 outside of the range of the special K. 2-6, column 2, row 6. Fly ball back there to Young. Young will make the catch and put one away. Russell Martin, 1 for 2 with a run, and here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a blank. Special K rating on a 1-5 outside of the range. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. Ground ball to the shortstop. Drew will get that. Throw it over to Jackson. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Andre Ether, 1 for 2 today with a double, a run, and an RBI. Pitch to 6, column 2, row 6. That is a walk on a 1-10. The 18 is too high. Special K rating on a 1-3, 17 too high, 3-1. Column 3, row 1, fly ball back there to Upton. Upton will make the catch, and that will retire the set. And that will retire the side. So the Diamondbacks retired the Dodgers in order. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. Very easy inning to score there. After 5, it's Dodgers 7, Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the 6th. Yoshimuro Parrott, Crispy Young, and Stephen Drew due up for the Diamondbacks. Parrott going to take the hit here. No ERA, 3-2, column 3, row 2. It's a wild pitch. So we're going to re-roll the dice. 2-3, column 2, row 3, range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to Dodger Stadium. Now, it's a range play as well. So on a range play, we're going to check the first number of the defensive arm. Whose range are we checking? 4-4, column 4, row 4. Ground ball to Kent. His range is on a 1-2. That is a 4. That's going to be good for a base hit. And Parrott will get on with a single past Kent. Taking a look at Kent's range plays, he's 2 for 5, 40%, with 1 error committed so far in the replay. Crispy Young, top of the order, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4, strikeout on a 1 to 14. The 5 in range struck him out. 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. We go to Stephen Drew, 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. Drew, 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a walk plus on a 1 to 15. That is a 5, and that is going to be good for a walk. So runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up Chris Buke, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and here is the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5, walk on a 1 to 11, on a 1 to 15. The 11 is in range, and they'll load the bases. Parrott, only one gets on with a base hit, and they walked Drew and Buke. Connor Jackson, 0 for 1 with a walk. And here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a blank. Jackson being a right-handed batter, so on the pitcher card we look to the right-handed side of the slash. Bases loaded, and that's going to be a 3-1, column 3, row 1. Double star 6, fly ball back there to Kemp. He'll make the catch. Failed SF roll off of Jackson, and same off of the play here. That is a 2. We'll check for runner advancement. That is a 0. The runner holds. So bases are loaded with 2 outs, and Mark Reynolds is up. He's 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6, strikeout plus on a 1 to 29. That is a 14. Struck him out looking. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Diamondbacks will leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Matt Kemp, Chad Billingsley, and Rafael Foucault due up for the Dodgers. Matt Kemp, 2 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs. And here is the pitch. Parrott can face 3 more batters, so most likely this is going to be his last inning. And that is going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6, double question mark, double stone, a 1 to 4. The 20 is too high. Special K rating on a 1 to 4, that's going to be a 3. Struck him out! And that is 1 away, and Chad Billingsley, who's 0 for 2, he's going to take the hit here. Billingsley, 6-1, column 6, row 1, that is a blank. 16 outside of the range, and that is going to be a 6-6. Ground ball up the middle to Parrott. Parrott will make the catch, throw it over to Jackson. And that is out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to go to the top of the order. Rafael Foucault, 0 for 1 with a walk, a strikeout, and a run. 2 walks, strikeout, and a run. 2-4, column 2, row 4, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Dodger Stadium. Special K rating 1 to 3, 19 outside of the range. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Fly ball back there to Young. Young goes back, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So the Dodgers go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 6, Dodgers 7, Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Justin Upton, Miguel Montero, and Jeff Salazar due up for the Diamondbacks. Chad Billingsley can go 4 more batters before he's considered tired. Justin Upton 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, and here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6, strikeout on a 1-15. The 16 is too high. 6-3, column 6, row 3, pop up. Garcia Foucault will get underneath it, sees it, Billingsley pointing, makes the catch, and that puts one away. Miguel Montero is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6, strikeout on a 1-24. That is a 3, struck him out. Jeff Salazar 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. 6-3, column 6, row 3, home run chance on a 1-13. That is a 5. Salazar needs a 5 or less. It's a 6. It's too high. 4-6, column 4, row 6, fly ball back there to Kemp. Kemp goes back. Kent will make the catch as we sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 7th as the Dodgers retire the Diamondbacks in order. Andrew Jones, Norma Garcia-Pia, and Jeff Kemp due up for the Dodgers. Taking a look at the box score for the game so far after 6.5. Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, shutout so far. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error committed only for the Diamondbacks. Dodgers scored 3 runs in the second, 4 runs in the third. It's 7 runs on 6 hits and no errors. And with that, Parrott is done on the mound. They are going to bring in a new pitcher. And they are going to bring in Chad. Actually, they're going to bring in Tony R. Penna. Penna is going to come in. That is his card. Penna will come into the game with a 2.69 ERA. No wins, does have 1 save. He's pitched 6 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Take a look at the stats here for Parrott. He went 3 innings, allowed 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 2.17. Chad Billingsley, so far on the day, 12 strikeouts and still going strong. Andrew Jones, 0 for 3. Jones is going to take the hit. Jones, 5-2, column 5, row 2, double question mark, single on a 1-4. The 16 is too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2, double star 3. Ground ball down the first base line to Jackson. He'll make the catch there, and that'll put 1 away. Norma Garcia-Pia, 1 for 3 with a home run, a run, and 2 RBIs. And here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That is going to be a walk on a 1-6. That is a 5, and that is going to be a walk. So Garcia Pia will trot on down to first, and that's going to bring up Jeff Kent. Kent 0 for 2 today with a walk, a strikeout, and a run. Kent right now going to take the hit. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Possible error on a throw. So we got a throwing error possibly. 2-3, column 2, row 3. Single to Young. Young's error range is a 2. That is a 0. There's no error there. Throwing only applicable if rolling for runner advancement. Otherwise, no error. So we do have no error there. Garcia Pia will go to second. Stop sign goes up as it goes to Butte. They'll hold the runners at first and second. Lonely 1 for 2 with a walk, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 1 out, runners on first and second. 2-4, column 2, row 4, strikeout on a 1-8. The 19 is too high. And that is going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1, double star 5. Ground ball down the third baseline to Reynolds. Reynolds will make the catch. And are they going to go for the double play? No, they are not. So with that, Garcia Pia will goes to third. So we are going to check for a double play. That is a -1. That is a 0. That makes it a 2. The die roll is a 4. So with that, Kent will get forced out, and Lonely will get on with a base hit. So no double play there. Russell Martin now up. He's 2 for 3 with runs scored. Runners on the corners. Penna now tired. He is exhausted. Martin 1 for 3 with a run, and here is the pitch. Runners on the corner, infield at normal depth. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 4. Struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. And 2 left on after 7. It's Dodgers 7. Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the 8th. Tony Arpena, Crispy Young, and Stephen Drew due up for the Diamondbacks. Billingsley gonna go back out now on the mound. Henna not gonna take the hit. And instead they're gonna bring in Jamie Deonto. He's gonna come in to pinch hit here. First time we're seeing him, no average. He's played in 4 games. He's had 3 at-bats. He just hasn't had any batting average just yet. Here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Possible error on a ground ball. 2-3, column 2, row 3. And that is going to be good for a single down into into left field. Can't get my fielding right. Error range for Ether is on a 1-9. That is a 4. It's an error. It's a 1 base error. So Deonto will get on. We'll go to second. We go to the top of the order. Crispy Young, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Young gonna take the hit. Jamie Deonto is gonna come out. They are gonna bring in a pinch runner, and they are gonna bring in Orlando Hudson to pinch run here. So Hudson is on at second. We go to the top of the order. Young 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Strikeout plus on a 1-24. That is a 9. Struck him out. So he struck him out, and then I put 1 away, and that's going to bring up Steven Drew. One quick thing. Chad Billingsley is tired, so if the die roll results on a 1-4, a 4-6, or a 6-1 comes up on the result of the die, Billingsley will get pulled. Five, 6, column 5, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1-5. The 11 is too high. 3-4, column 3, row 4, double star 6, fly ball back there to Kemp. Kemp goes back, eyes it up, makes the catch, and that's going to be an out. And Hudson will advance to second. On an F9, we subtract 1 from the base run rating on that. And if the die roll is less than or equal to the adjusted base run rating, he advances. So we subtract 1 from this, 1 from Kemp. That makes it a 2. So 2 outs, runner on third, and Chris Buick is up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Buick going to take the hit. 4-3, column 4, row 3, strikeout on a 1-12. The 13 is too high, just a tad too high. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That's going to be a single to Foucault. And with that, the Diamondbacks avoid the shutout. They'll get on the board. It's 7-1. They're going to leave Billingsley out there. He just needs 1 more out. Connor Jackson, 0 for 2 with a walk, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. Walk plus on a 1-17, that is going to be a 14. And that is going to be a walk. And that is going to do it for Chad Billingsley. They are not going to let him finish the inning here. So we are going to go to the Dodgers are going to the bullpen. And with that, Billingsley, as he makes his way back to the bullpen, the crowd here at Dodger Stadium giving him a standing ovation. 7 2/3 innings pitch, only gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 5 walks. The reason they're applauding him, 13 strikeouts for Chad Billingsley. He'll get a standing ovation. As he goes back to the Dodgers dugout, he'll come out, tip his helmet to the crowd. And with that, he just need 1 more out. And they're going to bring in Scott here. This is his card. We haven't seen Scott in a while, so Scott's going to come in. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Comes in. Well, let's really take a look here once again. Chad Billingsley, who went 7 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 5 walks, 13 big strikeouts on the day. An ERA of a 1.95. He was in control. Reynolds, 0 for 3. Is Reynolds going to take the hit? Reynolds is going to take the hit here. Runners on first and second, 5-1. Column 5, row 1. That is going to be a walk plus on a 1 to 21. That is going to be a 5, and that is going to be a walk. He's responsible for Chris and Connor, and that's going to load up the bases. Justin Upton 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Upton going to take the hit. Here, 2-3, column 2, row 3, strikeout plus on a 1 to 25. That is a 20. Remember, strikeout plus, we add 10. Plus the 1, we add 11, which gives it the 25. So, 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error committed by the Dodgers. We go to the and the Diamondbacks will leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Andre Ether, Matt Kemp, and Scott due up for the Dodgers. We are going to go back to the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. And they are going to bring in Brandon Meadows. Going to come in. Actually, yeah, they're going to bring in Chad. That is his card. And with that, at first base, Connor Jackson going to come out. And they're going to bring in Scott Whitesell. He's going to take over at first. That is the only change they are going to do. No double switch. There. So Chad Quells comes into the game with a 1.29 ERA. No wins and 1 loss. He does have 1 save. He's pitched 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Tony Arpena. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and ERA of a 2.34. Andre Ether, Matt Kemp, and Scott due up for the Dodgers. Ether, 1 for 3 with a double, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. And they went 6, and that is a 6-5. Column 6, row 5, double question mark. Double star on a 1 to 8. The 13 is too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a double into left field past Salazar. It hops off the wall. Ether will hustle to second, and the Dodgers will lead off with a double. Matt Kemp, 2 for 3 with a strikeout, a run, and 2 RBIs. And here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4, strikeout on a 1 to 13. The 7 in range struck him out. Scott not going to take the hit here. And instead they're going to bring in Mark Sweeney. Sweeney to pinch hit. He'll come into the game with a 1.4. He's with a 143 average. Runner on first. Here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3, walk on a 1 to 14. 15, too high. By 1. 5-3, column 5, row 3, ground ball to Buick. And with that, the out is at first. Runners will advance on balls hit the first, second, or the catcher. Ether goes to third. Want 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. We go to the top of the order. Rafael Foucault, 0 for 2 with 2 walks, a strikeout, and a run. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-4. Column 2, row 4. Walk on a 1 to 14. 17 too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. Ground ball down the first baseline to Reynolds. Reynolds will make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 8, it's Dodgers 7, Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 9th. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Diamondbacks down by 6. It's 6 to tie, 7 to take the lead. And with that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Dodgers. And with that, they are going to bring in Corey Wade. That is his card. Actually, they're going to bring in Joe Bimmel. Sorry, Joe Bimmel is going to come in. That is his card. Bimmel will come into the game with a 1.80 ERA. He's pitched 5 innings of that, 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Scott, he went 1/3 of an inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no ERA. Miguel Montero is going to face 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. Miguel Montero 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So it's Montero, Salazar, and Quells due up. Let's take a look at the box score after 8 innings have been played here at Dodger Stadium. Arizona, avoiding the shutout, gets 1 run in the 8th inning. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. The Dodgers, 3 runs in the 2nd, 4 runs in the 3rd, 7 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. 11 hits so far total by both teams. Miguel Montero not going to take the hit here. And instead, they're going to bring in Agi Ojeda to take the hit. He's batting at .375. He's a switch hitter, 1-6. Column 1, row 6. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? No changes to their defense, 4-2. Column 4, row 2. Fly ball back there to Ether. Ether's range is on a 1 to 3. That is a 1. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Will the Diamondbacks be able to pull off some 9th inning magic? We'll find out. Jeff Salazar, 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Salazar going to take the hit, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Range play at Dodger Stadium. Before we resolve that play, Ether's range, on his range plays, he's 4 for 9, 44%. 3 errors committed, 4-2. Column 4, row 2. Fly ball once again back there to Ether. His range on a 1 to 3. It's a 2. This time Ether will make the catch. And that puts 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. And once again, Ether is now 5 for 10. He's 50%. Chad Quells not going to take the hit. Diamondbacks down to the last out. Dan Herring will come up to the plate. Herring. 6 games, 11 at-bats. He does have 1 RBI. No average. Here is the pitch. The crowd here at Dodger Stadium on their feet. 3-4, column 3, row 4. It is a walk plus on a 1 to 12. The 7 in range. Herring is on. Remember, with 2 outs, we had a +1 to the base run rating. Herring, are they going to keep him out there? No, they are. Top of the order, Crispy Young, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Young, not going to take the hit. Sorry, with an 0 for 4. And they are going to bring in Chris Schneider. Schneider going to take the hit. He's batting at .260. Pitch 4-4. Column 4, row 4. That is a walk plus on a 1 to 23. That is a 3. And that puts runners in first and second. Stephen Drew, 0 for 3 with a walk. Drew going to take the hit here. 3-2, column 3, row 2, strikeout on a 1 to 10. That is a 9. Struck him out. And that's the ball game as the Dodgers defeat the Diamondbacks 7-1. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Diamondbacks will leave one stranded. Final line score coming right up. So the Dodgers defeat the Diamondbacks 7-1. Arizona Diamondbacks 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. Dodgers 7 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Chad Billingsley will get the save. That's his second save of the replay. Edgar Gonzalez will pick up his 3rd straight loss of the replay. Norma Garcia-Pia picks up his 3rd home run. Taking a look at the stats here. Chad Billingsley, 2nd win of the replay. 7 2/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 5 walks, 13 strikeouts, an ERA of a 1.95. Joe Bimmel, the last pitcher up for the Dodgers, he went 1 inning, allowed 2 walks, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 1.50. Edgar Gonzalez, who will pick up the loss, he went 3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, 2 wild pitches, an ERA of a 6.16. Chad Quells, the last pitcher up for the Diamondbacks, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 1.13. So that is going to do it for us here at Dodger Stadium as the Diamondbacks will drop to 10-12 and the Dodgers will improve to 14-8. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.